Well, hello, this is Pastor Henze, and welcome to Faith in Focus. Well, we're coming through a season. Last weekend was the Super Bowl. It was interesting to me. The game was a blowout, but some of the pregame stuff was really interesting in that they were celebrating a couple people and they were really walking through people's lives and people's greatness. And I want you to know that I absolutely believe that there is greatness in you. There is greatness in our church, and we must stay consistent to do what it is we're called to do. I want to renew the call that, God had sent me word a long time ago that He said when they write about Christianity in this season, in this period, that they'll have to write about Emmaus. And so what I want you to know is we're not just doing church as usual. We're on a special assignment from God. And I don't want you to let the current size of the church throw off your heart posture. We are doing something incredible for God. We are a major ministry. We are a mega ministry, and God is going to use us to set some examples for other churches. And so that being said, the word that God has given me directly and personally is that we've got to pick up the pace. Now, I want to take this moment to celebrate you. We are doing better. We are growing in Kadesh, which a lot of times doesn't happen, but we have seen significant growth. Last year, we increased by 58 members, and we're looking for at least 4 or 5 times that this year. While we increased 58 members, my prayer is that we will grow 30 to 50 members a Sunday. And so to do that, we have to do what God just said to me, which is pick up the pace. Now, this is not a time for comfort. This is not a time for balance. This is not a time of ease. This is a time of acceleration and multiplication. Look, I know when God tells me to multiply, God is not just multiplying us for no reason at all. There is a strategic, systematic, and spiritual purpose for us getting to a certain place at a certain time. And I keep hearing over and over, pick up the pace. And so I know we set a mantra that we're going to show up, we're going to serve, and we're going to sow. But we need to do that at even a greater level. Like I said, we are seeing increase in numbers, and that's great. I celebrate you. I celebrate you for continuing to invite people and for being more consistent in your attendance. Those of you that have struggled in this area, come on, let's pick up the pace. We call this Faithful February because we're asking everybody to be super faithful during the month of February. But this needs to become our new lifestyle and not something special we do. Now, in all of those areas, it's going to take an extreme nature. Once again, like I said about the Super Bowl, I looked at the quarterback, Hurts, that they talked about how he wasn't good and how he could never lead a team to the Super Bowl. And I began to look into his story, and I saw how nothing about what he did was reasonable. He was excessive in his study. He was excessive in his preparation. He was excessive in so many areas of life, and he got the trophy. He proved everybody wrong because he was excessive. And what I'm saying is, you can't just ease into this thing and want greatness for your family. Don't you want to be the one that changes everything for your family, changes everything for your church, changes everything for the city? I know we can do this, but we must pick up the pace. Spend more time in the presence of the Lord. Make sure you're at church on a regular basis. And hear God when it comes to sowing, because as we snatch new territory, it is going to take the abundance of many for us to do this great things for the Lord. Now, we read the Bible and we see all of these fabulous stories of victories. And I declare and decree that will be the outcome for Emmaus Christian Church. We will operate in miracles. We will operate in signs and wonders. And God will be glorified through what we're doing. Now, the question is, will you be a part of what God is choosing to do in this season? Will you be consistent? Will you be excessive? Will you do what God is calling you to do so that we can live into this victorious life that God has for us? Look, I want to hold up the trophy. I want to celebrate. I want to be like the players on the field that are hollering and screaming and holding the children and holding up and feeling that elation of victory. And we can do it. We just got to pick up the pace. Well, no, God is trusting you. God is counting on you. I know that God called some other churches to do what we're called now to do in Indianapolis, and they failed. But we will not. So I'm asking you as your pastor, pick up the pace so we can get this victory and conquer Kadesh. Well, no, I love you. I'm praying for you. You're doing better, but pick up the pace.